Hello world, and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are doing a pick a card reading for can you or should you trust your person, the person on your mind, the person you're thinking about. We're going to ask some questions about, why are they here? Why are they in your life? Could be, ex-lover. Why are they coming back into your life? What are their intentions? Is this relationship beneficial? Like overall advice. And sometimes I kind of feel like a lot of times when we're asking the question of can we trust this person, that, if you have to ask the question, you kind of know. But sometimes we don't know how to read somebody's energy. Sometimes, like my son, I just cannot read him. He's on the spectrum. I don't know what he's thinking any given moment. Sometimes we want to believe things and we don't really quite trust ourselves. We're not trusting ourselves, so we don't trust our guidance. So I'm asking you to tune into your intuition right now, tune into your guidance so that you can pick your pile, use your discernment when we get there. When I start saying things, you can say, yes, that's me, no, that's not me. That kind of helps a little bit, narrow some of this down. And we're just finding answers and we're getting the messages that you need to hear right now. So I apologize. I've got a neighbor doing some construction in the background. I apologize for that. Most of my groups, I've already done the readings. Most of the groups don't have that. So we're good. Let's take a look at the... so you use your intuition to pick the group number card, and I've got the numbers, and I've got the timestamps in the description. So you need to tune into your guidance and intuition to pick what's right for you. I will be putting objects here in a moment to help you choose if you need some help. And then in this description, you go to the timestamp down below. Then I meet you there and I use my intuition to read the cards for you. Group number 1. This is the Lazy Crow Tarot, so that's what it looks like. And then for number 1, the object that we're putting on it, this is Rubellite. So I'll just put that right there. Group number 2, this is Mystic Mondays Tarot, and the object that goes with number 2, this is blue calcite. Group number 3, this is Cosmo Beings Tarot, and the object that goes with this is Peacock Calcite. And for group number 4, this is, I'll move that so you can see the back. This is Light Seers Tarot, and the object that goes with it is Apatite. So if you're still not sure, I do a breathing exercise. You're welcome to do it with me. I'm just going to sit here, just close my eyes. We're going to release out any tension. We're going to take a deep breath in and release that tension. We're going to set the intentions that you are going to receive the messages you need to hear right now. Take another deep breath in. Release and open your eyes, and wherever your eyes are drawn, that is the group for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, group 1. This is the Rubellite and the number 1 and our Lazy Crow Tarot. And let's answer that question on if you should or can trust this person. Let's talk about this person first, your person. Why are they coming into your life right now? And we get temperance reversed. So temperance is all about these cups right here. It's all about balance. I love the angel. She's very beautiful, but again, this came in reverse. So they're looking for some sort of balance. They're looking for some sort of maybe redemption, especially if somebody is coming back into your life. They may be looking for forgiveness. They may be feeling like without you, there's something out of balance. If this is a work situation, they definitely need you. I'm getting the image of, when you push a cart and like one wheel is kind of off, they need you to kind of plug that energy, to kind of plug that wheel, the squeaky wheel. They need you to go in and work. So it's all about, they are in your life or coming back into your life because it's out of balance without you. They need you. They realize that things are better with you than without you. And that, on a very high level too. They know that they need you. They need you on a very fundamental level. You help balance things out. Now, in a work situation, of course, it's great to be needed. In a romantic situation, though, it could mean that they are using you on some level. Friendship-wise, if it's a reciprocal friendship where you feel like our friends are there to help us, support us, and help us through situations. So that's not uncommon that somebody would need you to be friends with you, as long as you're feeling like your needs are being met, being friends with them as well, that there's a balance in between this. But their life is better with you in it, and they know it. So that's why they're coming back into your life. What are their intentions for group one, this person that's coming in here? What are their intentions? They want to hoard you. They want to hug you. They want you all to themselves. So this could be pretty toxic in a friendship where it's like, you can be friends with me, but not anybody else. So just be wary of that. Make sure that you're making space and making time for yourself, even in a relationship as well. Like, of course, if you're married to somebody, of course, you're going to spend the majority of your time with them. But for you, you need to be making sure that you have time for yourself and that you make time for yourself. Boundaries are really important here, even if this is a work situation as well. I feel like they're going to take as much time from you as you're willing to give them. That, if you skip lunch and you skip breaks and you skip whatever, they'll take it. Whatever it is, they'll take it, especially on a monetary wise. Work wise, I'm not like, they know that they need you, but they may be a little stingy with paying you. So you might think about asking for a raise. If that's not in the cards, make sure that you are taking your breaks. Make sure that you're taking your time. You're leaving when you need to leave, that you're not like, you're supposed to leave at 4 and at 4:30 on a Friday, they're demanding that you are in the office. This is where your boundaries come in. This is where you need to say no. This is where you need to say boundaries. Remember, they know they need you. So knowing this, you have some leverage, because they will take up as much of your time as you will give them. So their intentions are to hold on to you and to hold on to you tightly. Will this relationship be beneficial? Let's talk about the benefits of this relationship. Yeah, work-wise, I feel like they're just gonna pile on as much as that you will take. This is the 10 of Wands. I do feel like if you if you say no or you tell them your limitations, I feel like they'll respect that, because the 10 of Wands is coming in here in reverse rather than upright. 10 does indicate kind of like the end of a situation, the end of like, you've been carrying burdens, taking burdens, and maybe that's because we're discussing it, that you realize that you're going to need to set boundaries, that obviously somebody who takes from you, they're never going to stop taking. You are the one who needs to say, hey, this is enough. This is all I can handle. This is the time that you get. I love spending time with you, but I need space to myself, in a friendship type of relationship, or, I need to invite other people. I feel like friendship wise, yeah, they're more than happy to give you emotional baggage. Make sure that you are setting limitations there, setting boundaries there. Make sure that you are receiving, friendship wise, make sure that you're not always the one that's taking on the burden, that you're not always the one who is, and I feel like there can be a shared burden here. So if you're asking this question because your friend is, your friend is taking from you, or this romantic partner that's coming back into your life or coming into your life, you feel like they're monopolizing your time, they're taking from you, they're putting burdens on you, they expect you to do things. It really kind of seems more about your willingness to take that on, and not necessarily like that they are forcing it on you. Okay, and I'm really getting that more because this comes in as reversed rather than upright. And then any final advice, and then I'll get a card from the other deck. Yeah, I mean, this relationship could go really well. It's just remembering the boundaries that you need to set in place here. I love that we come in here with Temperance, just like reading this for you. Yeah, this Temperance card came in as why they're coming into your life. But if I'm looking at the cards, reading them for you, and we have Temperance in reverse, and we end up with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who balances that work life and that home life. She has her eye on the prize. She does things for others. I kind of feel like this is you in this situation, that you're more than happy to take care of others, to give things your best effort, to put in that effort. However, she knows when to say when. And that might be the lesson here for you, especially when we've got the 10 of Wands right next to it, because the lesson of the 10 of Wands is that I know that, and I kind of suffer from this as well when I was in that corporate world where it's like, yeah, I'll do that, I'll do that, I'll do that, I'll do that. And you think either because you're a people pleaser, or you think that this is going to be beneficial to your career, you think that you're going to be rewarded by taking things on, but actually it really depends on your manager. It really depends on the person that we're talking about. A lot of times you are more rewarded when you put boundaries in place and you're like, listen, I have taken on all of these tasks. I have not gotten a raise. You're taking more of my time, and no, there's the pushback that kind of needs to happen a little bit. So there's a little bit of learning curve here. The Queen of Pentacles is really phenomenal at just excelling in her work life and her home life. So if we're talking about your work situation, make sure that you balance that out with your home situation. Make sure you're not letting them monopolize your time. If we're talking about your friend situation, make sure that you're not like, I think, I said with the 10 of Wands in reverse here that in a friendship, make sure you're not the one who's always taking on those burdens. Make sure that if you're going out places, that you're not the one who's always paying, or that you're not the one who's always driving. And they may not even realize if you're feeling the burden. So the Queen of Pentacles would speak up. Really, she can handle. It's not about you handling that burden. It's about you speaking up and letting people know. Now, in a relationship wise, if this is a new lover, ex-lover kind of coming into your life, eye on the prize. Make sure that you are still, you're not getting lost in them, because they would definitely monopolize your time. They would take up your time. The other thing is when you put in boundaries for yourself, because I feel like change is coming in here, because this idea of boundaries, this idea of saying no, that this monopolizing your time kind of card that we came in here with the Four of Pentacles, that they want you all to themselves, that they will hold on to you and hold on to you tightly. I kind of feel like there's growth here with the boundaries for you, that might be a change for you. If this is somebody that you've known in the past and then now you're putting around boundaries, expect some blowback just because you know, they're used to you in a certain way and you are presenting yourself in another way now. But as far as can they be trusted, I think so. I think they can be trusted. Remember, we teach people how to treat us. I think that they really do enjoy spending time with you. I think they really do value you. They may not say it. You may need to make sure that you tell them that they need to say it. You may need to, that may be one of the boundaries. Like, hey, listen, you never tell me that you appreciate me. I need to know this. I need to, you know, I'm more than happy to spend time with you. I'm more than happy to hang out with you. I'm more than happy but I need to know that I'm appreciated. I kind of feel like the Queen of Pentacles here, I mean, she would tell people that and you might need to lead. I appreciate you for doing this, 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 and this. Like, open that door up. You might have to open that, or tell your boss, like, hey, listen, I really appreciate you this job. I really appreciate this opportunity. But I'm not sure that you appreciate me. Like, open that door up if that's what you need to hear. And it might be, I'm not sure you appreciate me because I take on all of these responsibilities and I'm not compensated for it. I'm not rewarded for it. You don't acknowledge it. You know, I'm not really seeing the benefits. I need some back and forth. So I kind of feel like in this instance, like your person, I can see why you're questioning them. I feel like they need you more than you need them. I feel like you may have been taken advantage of in the past. I feel like you're somebody who will take on responsibilities and kind of happily do that. But, you know, we need that reciprocal energy, and they're not maybe the best at telling you things. They're not really the best at giving that back. Now, if this is an ex and you just have to decide, like, again, do you need to feed their ego to make them feel good? They're coming back into your life. Were you doing great without them? Do you really need them? Because the Queen of Pentacles, like, she can do this all herself. She doesn't need somebody else. So don't confuse somebody coming back into your life telling you that they need you with you needing them in return, especially if you know, it ended badly between you. It can be just about like a resolution, it can give you some closure here, knowing that they're coming back into your life because they regret what they did to you, and they will just continue to take up your time. So there definitely is, I see for you, an expansion in your boundaries, and it's more about, this time around, it's more about what you want versus what they want. And it's not even really a question of if they can be trusted. It's more of a question on if you want to allow them back in your life, because you have the power to say no. And this time I kind of feel like if it's somebody coming back into your life, and this is only like for some of you, a message that it's going to be different this time. You're not their doormat anymore. These cards here is like, nope. We want to try again, that's great, but these are the things that need to change. This is what it's going to take for you to be in my life. And I feel like, again, they're definitely feeling the what it's like to be without you. It's significant to them. So it's, you know, for somebody coming back into your life. So it's all about what you want to do. And same with where you work. If for some of you, if this is a work situation, like they would be lost without you. So that's what I have for group 1. Thanks so much for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, group 2 and our blue calcite, the mystic medleys. Let's talk about this person either coming into your life or coming back into your life, on if you can trust them. So why are they coming into your life or coming back into your life? We get Judgment reversed. This is interesting because the last group had a major arcana card reversed as well. They've changed their mind. So somebody coming back into your life, they've changed their minds. They could have been really judgy about you. I kind of feel like some wishy-washy kind of energy, maybe some backsliding here. And that's not about you. That has nothing to do about you, because Judgment is usually like a leveling up, a moving forward, a following a calling. And when they come into your life, or I kind of feel like there's, be careful here, because there's some certain indecision that they have. So if this is a relationship and you're wanting them to commit, they don't know. I feel like there's a lot of soul searching that they need to do. Hurt people. And when we've got Judgment in reverse, like they are not following their inner guidance. And sometimes that's, usually in these readings, it's like, can you trust them? Well, if you're asking the question, of course not. But sometimes somebody's energy is hard to read, especially when they go back and forth on that energy. They could really be, and I'm just kind of feeling like a very much a push and a pull here. So you kind of, in the work situation as well, like, and again, like this has nothing to do with you or your performance. It really has something to do with them and their insecurities and their lack of knowing or trusting or having a goal. We've all been in work situations where we're doing really well and, oh, you're meeting your goals, and then something happens or they recalculate and they're like, what's going on? Work harder. So I can see why you're asking this question, because we've got a lot of push and pull. We've got a lot of mixed signals going on. Their intentions, what are their intentions for group 2's person? What is their intentions? And we get the King of Wands. So in a romantic situation, I kind of feel like on some level even if they're pulling away, again, I don't feel like they really are solid on what they want and who they are and their goals. So in a work situation, their intentions are to be the best, to be to stand out, to look good. So they see you as somebody who can help them do that. In a romantic situation, them coming back into their lives, there's certain passion that they feel about you. They really are, this is better as a king versus the Knight of Wands, so I'll say that. But again, like right next to the Judgment in reverse, they're kind of caught between who they think they are and sometimes really the actions that they're putting out there. So again, I see why you're asking the question, because we got this really wishy-washy thing, because they see themselves as like this conquering hero. They see themselves as like the leader, the one who goes out and just wins everything, wins all the battles. And with a king, they really could see you by their side, because a king is somebody who can be very devoted to the people around them. But again, when we've got Judgment in reverse here, I kind of feel like we have that kind of wishy-washy energy. So yeah, I can see why you're asking again. Will this relationship be beneficial? Tell me about this relationship. We get the 8 of Wands reverse. I think it's kind of like 8 of Wands is all about speed. It's all about fast. It's all about passion, and but it's very quick. and it's kind of like flash in the pan. So again, this is better coming out in reverse. Like, it's better that we get the king versus the knight. It's better that we get a Eight of Wands in reverse versus upright, because I would say if it was upright, the energy just comes in very quick, but it burns very quickly as well. Coming in reverse, I feel like they are willing to spend some time on themselves. They're willing to spend some time on this relationship. They're willing to put in some effort, which is what you're going to need. As far as friendship, or friendship, they see this as a long-term friendship. They see this as a long-term relationship. They see you working at their company. If this is a company, what is your boss thinking? Can you trust your boss? Can you trust your coworker? They see you guys working together creatively for a very long time. Again, any kind of like wishy-washy energy that you get back from them is all about them, not about you. So, and then final advice, and then I'll get one more card from this deck and then another deck. We have the Knight of Swords. So communication with them is really key, especially like if they're doing things that, because I don't feel like they are intentionally being any sort of way with you in a negative way. I think they really see you in a positive light. They see themselves in a positive light, but they don't always act that way. I feel like there's some insecurities here. You might need to be the one who initiates conversation, even if this person is your boss. You might be the one who's like, hey, listen, what are our goals here? They should be giving you your goals, but maybe you're the one who approaches them with, listen, this is what I want to accomplish. These are my goals here. And I'm not really getting a clear direction from you. You might want to save your emails, okay? Because I feel like this is somebody who can go back on some of the things that they say. Again, like kind of like that very, they have this great idea of who they are, but they don't always act in that way. And we're all human. It's just an insecure thing. So as far as trust goes, trust but verify. Trust but carry a big stick. Isn't that what politicians say? And then other information about this connection, this relationship, purity. So, when somebody is coming to you and it's not, their intentions aren't clear, you need to let your intentions be clear. It kind of feels like you're the one who's going to have to be the adult in the room a little bit. And again, it has nothing to do with you. I know a lot of times we take things very, very personally, and in reality, it's, I think you need to shift your thinking that it's not a personal thing at all. It's the gap between who they see themselves as and the actions that they're taking. And I feel like they're willing to take actions. They just maybe don't know what to do. And I also think that they maybe don't know how their actions are perceived by you. So you just need to be, your intentions need to be pure, this purity, this snow moon. And I also feel like, this deck I use for timing as well. It's very great for that. So I also feel like the snow moon is kind of like, when is the snow moon? December? So within the next kind of 6 months, I feel like it might be a little bit rocky, but I feel like you're going to iron your relationship out with them. And it's all going to be based on communication. You might have to teach them, or you might have to learn together how to communicate to each other. Because it feels like there's a little bit of a miscommunication here. It feels like there's different goals in mind. It feels like there needs to be some definitions along here. And that's why, like, can you trust them? Yes, you can. But what are you trusting them with? That's the key. So you need to get some definitions. You need to get some communication going. Because I feel like they want to act in your best interest, but they don't know how to act in their own best interest at this point. So you might have to take the lead a little bit with this. So that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope that you have a grand day, a fantastic day. Thanks so much for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, group 3. This is Peacock Calcite. This is the number 3, and then we've got our Cosmo Beings Tarot that we're going to ask some questions about this person that's just recently come in your life or coming back into your life, and can they be trusted? And this card wants to come out, and we get the Ace of Swords. So doesn't feel like they're communicating very well with you. Why are they coming back into your life? They're thinking and rethinking. This kind of came up with the last group too. It seems like a lot of wishy-washy type of energy. Ace of Swords is supposed to be about clarity. It's supposed to be about communication. It's supposed to be about like new endeavors. And when we have it in reverse, it's kind of interesting, especially if we're talking about a new relationship, a new, you might remind them of somebody else that they need to work some things out with. If they're coming back into your life, it's just kind of seems natural to them. There's something undone here. They felt like things should have progressed or things should have moved on more than it did. In your friendships, they're just not talking or just not telling you things. You might have to initiate. Something is going on internally. They're looking for internal clarity with a friendship, with a job situation. And, you know, why is this job in your life? Well, for you, you know, why are you there? You kind of know it's something to do, to pay the bills, that kind of thing. But it feels like in a job situation that they're not being very communicative as to what they need you to do, what their expectations are, what their goals are. And that is having an effect. So goals, communication, things aren't flowing really the way that they should be in this connection, in this job situation, and so I can see why you're asking questions. I can see why you're confused. Their intentions. What is their intentions with our group 3? They do want to be friends. 3 of Cups is a great card for connection and friendship. And if this is, you know, an ex coming in here, they may not be telling you that they're dating other people though. If this is somebody that you just started dating, again, there might be somebody else that they have dated in the past that they're thinking about. Remember when I came in, you know, I said, why are they in your relation in here and they're a new person? You might remind them of somebody else. You might be somebody who kind of fills the gaps until they can get with that other person that they're missing. So yeah, definitely asking questions in that. I do feel like they like spending time with you. Well, that's great, but they would like spending time with somebody else as well. Friendship, in a friendship situation though, when you're not looking for commitments to you being the only person in their life or some sort of monogamy, you know, this is a great card. In friendship, it's a great card because it's they want to have fun, they want to go out with you, they want to enjoy, you know, meals and festivals and hiking and parks, and they really enjoy your company. And I feel like everybody does enjoy your company, but if it's supposed to be, you know, somebody that you're dating, they might be dating other people, and they might not be telling you that, and it might be under the, well, we were never exclusive, or we never, you know, but so I can understand, because it does seem like in a romantic context that they're just not telling you everything, they're just not communicating, and they're using that lack of communication as a way of saying that they're not lying to you. job situation, I do feel like in a job situation, they like having you around. They really appreciate what you do, and they may not always express that. So, will this relationship be beneficial? We get the Sun. It can be very beneficial when we have the Sun card. So, you know, I'm one who is very big on communication. I'm very big on knowing what's going on. It does kind of feel like in a relationship type reading where, you know, they're just not communicating with you. Any questions that you have, you need to ask. You need to shine light on it. You need to sanitize it. I do feel like even at the end of the day, if you end up alone, like this was a good experience for you, a positive experience for you. Okay, so I don't feel like they are intentionally trying to cheat on you when we've got the Sun card. I feel like it's more of a friendship kind of thing, that they are enjoying building that friendship, building that foundation. But yeah, they're just not telling you that, or they're not telling you they're dating, you know, they're dating other people. So it's kind of a gray area. Overall, I think you could have like a beautiful relationship when we have the Sun. I think you need to shine light on any darkness that you need more clarification on. You need more information about. I feel like they'll tell you, you know, because we've got the Sun card here. The Sun is very upfront. The Sun is very open. And there's a lot of joy in here, and there's a lot of happiness. Okay, I had to close my window. Sorry about that. So yeah, it can be beneficial for you. I feel like, you know, finding joy and having fun, and it could be really fun for you. Four of Wands reversed. The overall, I don't feel like you're going to get married to this person when we've got the Four of Wands reversed. This may not be your forever job. So, again, I feel like it's a lot of fun while we're here. It's, but Four of Wands, you know, 4 is a stability number. And fear, wow. So a lot of crazy stuff coming out. Communication. So fear, I you know, don't feed the fear. Don't be afraid to, you know, tell people what you want. Don't be afraid to put your best foot forward. I feel like there's a lot of growth in this for you. Take the joy that you have out of it. I do also feel like there's a level of like protecting yourself as well. When we've got the person in here, you know, set boundaries. Let people know, like, nope, that's not for me, or that is for me. We teach people how to treat us. This is a great opportunity for you to expand yourself and really kind of, I'm hearing like, become that bad bitch that you are. I don't think that, you know, not everybody is going to can see themselves that way, but the boss energy, the fear, the really don't be afraid to let go of something that is toxic, or tell people that you don't appreciate the way that they communicate with you. This is a very interesting reading, a very interesting kind of back and forth, because I feel like you in here is, you know, is coming out very strong. It's really interesting that the Sun has a kite, and then the fear has these birds kind of on a string. You are in control of your own joy. Unfortunately, it would be fun to connect with somebody else. But again, like, I'm not seeing that this connection or this person is like, you know, if this is a relationship, it doesn't really seem like they're the one. If this is a friendship, yeah, this is a friend that it's fun to go out with every once in a while, but you're not always spending, you know, not ever spending every time with them, and they may not be the most dependable person. If this is a job, this is a great stepping stone or a great opportunity for you. Don't be afraid to use this to push forward. I feel like you are it's a great growth opportunity for you. So it's really interesting how we're asking a question of you, can you trust them? And the cards are like, trust yourself. You can trust yourself. So trust yourself, trust your inner guidance, trust what you know. Shine that light. It's also interesting that the fear is kind of like so darkness. And then we've got the sun here. I mean, the sun is like the most positive card in tarot. So when it comes out in a reading, I don't feel like, even though this kind of relationship, we've talked about some like kind of super shady stuff going on, but this is you trusting your inner guidance. You know what's up, and you know what is going to be beneficial for you. So get the benefits, get the joy out of it. You owe nothing to anybody. Is this the end all be all, dependable on them, whether this is a friend, your boss, a co-worker, a relationship? No, this is you depending on yourself and coming out of that stronger and better. In the moment, I can see where you're like, what is going on? This is really confusing. It seems like there's other people involved just than your one person. I feel like the person that you're asking about, like, they're very concerned about other people's opinions. So take that how you like. I mean, I feel like then you can influence it to the way that you want it to be. But overall, like the Four of Wands, if the Four of Wands was upright, this would be like, oh, you're going to marry this person, or you're going to celebrate some things with this person, but it's in reverse. And so the relationship with them is really not as stable as you'd like, but really, what are you asking of them? And if this is a new, connection, great. It's great to know this up front. It's great to know that this is just going to be something that's going to be fun, and it's going to help you expand and help you grow. In a job position, it's great to know this, because you're going to get out of it. It's like you don't owe them anything. You're going to use it for your personal growth, and then when you move on, you won't feel bad about it. You won't have to feel like, it's interesting that we've got the strings attached, because I'm hearing no strings attached. Actually, the strings are only attached to you. And it's kind of like floating your own expectations out there and catching that wind and flying. I don't know if that makes sense, really, where I'm going with this, but you're not attached necessarily to this person. They're in their own kind of personal development and wishy-washy, and it's kind of. Can you trust them? I don't know. They kind of shade some things. Are they evil? No, not really. But they're doing things for their own personal benefit. So it's really kind of interesting to see those kind of cards, and then to be, but you're doing great. So, I just feel like, this is what you need to know, and I feel like you already know, and that's what I have for you. So that's what I have for you, Group 3. I hope that you do have a fantastic day, and don't let other people ruin things for you, is basically the thing here. Don't live in lack. Oh, and also with the fear, because this fear card is about releasing fear. This fear card is about letting go and of that. Sometimes we find ourselves in a relationship or attached to people because we fear being alone, or we fear there's never going to be another job that comes along, or there's, I'm never going to find another friend. Those are things that we tell ourselves to keep us in lack, to hold us back. And I feel like this is all about you learning about letting go, you learning about relying on yourself, and this is supposed to be fun in the process. It's interesting that comes out, because a lot of times the situation is not fun, but I feel like this turns into a really positive for you, that you're going to get some advantages out of this. that even though I don't feel like this is the most trustworthy person, so it's like, well, I know this is how they are, and that's okay, and I'm just gonna let them be like that. And in the meantime, I'm not going to put too much trust or put too much on them to where it ruins my day. So that's what I have, group 3. I hope that you have a great day. Thanks so much for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, group 4. This is the Apatite crystal, the number 4, and we get the Light Seers tarot deck, and we're just going to ask some questions about this person and can they be trusted. The first question is, why are they in your life or coming back into your life? Why is this person here? And the first card is Knight of Swords. So they seem to be really impulsive, so they kind of go back and forth. They make quick decisions. I think that they like talking to you. I think they like to communicate. They see that you're, they like the type of intelligence that you have. They like the conversations that you have. So they're here for the conversation. They're here for the fun of it. There's a certain amount of joy. There's a certain amount of chasing too. There's a certain amount of the chase. So if this is somebody coming back into your life, I do feel like they like the conversations with you, but I feel like they like that chase. And new relationship wise, somebody who, again, conquest comes to mind. Friendship and work wise and co-worker wise, they really like talking to you. They value your intelligence. They feel like you're capable, and so that's why they are here. Their intentions. What are their intentions? What is this person's intentions towards our group of 4? We get the King of Wands. Interesting. This is the second group to get the King of Wands in this position. So I do feel like they have honorable intentions. I feel like it's a totally different vibe though, because this first card is different than that other reading. So where that other reading was like they wanted to be the King of Wands and they weren't really living up to that. I feel like in this reading, like they have this boss energy. They have this, I don't want to say control energy, but they are like the master of their domain. They rule over their kingdom. They have definitely this boss energy. They see something they like, they go after it. So that's their intention. So again, kind of like this conquest, they see you, they like you, they want to go after it. In a relationship reading, having knights isn't always the best. Kings are better. We have both. So even though the knight is kind of like a fast moving kind of energy where they go back and forth against things, it's Knight of Swords, the king is, I'm glad to see the king here because it's a staying energy. It's somebody who isn't going to leave you high and dry. It's somebody who's got staying power. They commitment, where a knight might be commitment issues, a king is committed. So they make swift decisions, intelligent decisions. They stick with them. They see them through. They finish things. So their intentions are very honorable. Their intentions to have you here. Again, they like the conversations with you. They appreciate your creativity. You make them feel fresh and new with those types of things. Same really with a friendship. Same if this is a friendship and you are like maybe somebody who friend zoned, and basically somebody that you would be attracted to. I feel like if this is a friend, they may want more than friendship. I feel like if this is, again, somebody who friend zoned you or who you friend zoned, they would like to be the king, whether, we're king or queen in your life. We'll say it that way. So they do really enjoy you. They really like to be around you. They like your conversations. If this is, you know, just a friendship, like a friend that's, both of you are looking for friendship, yeah, a great friendship. One of these friendships that can last a lifetime. If this is a job situation, if this is your boss, if this is a coworker, yeah, they, you know, a lot of times we'll get somebody who's our manager or our boss and they just really don't belong there. But I feel like this person does. I feel like they are, maybe they don't make decisions that you understand, but they're making wise decisions for the overall good of the company. So maybe they made a decision that you don't quite understand, and that's why you're asking if you can trust them. But from their perspective, or a bigger perspective, they're not trying to screw you over. They're just making decisions within the best interest of their position and their, you know, the company. If I feel like you can talk to them if you're questioning things, I feel like they're more than happy to, you know, well, yes, I'm sorry you didn't get this promotion, but this is why. And I don't feel like it is a personal attack on you. I feel like they really do like you or appreciate you. And if they didn't give you a promotion that you wanted, it's more of they were overruled than they lied to you. I don't think that they're intentionally lying to you. So will this relationship be beneficial? Yeah, Six of Cups, beneficial on an emotional level. I think if this relationship ends, you're going to look back on it fondly. The Six of Cups is an emotional suit. The Six of Cups is nostalgia. Later on, if you move past this job, this person, coworker or boss is somebody that you are going to always be in contact with. I feel like if this is a friend, either if it's a new friendship, it's a friendship. Again, I feel like it can be a friendship for a lifetime. If this is, you know, just a friend that you're reconnecting with, there's a lot of nostalgia, there's a lot of connection here. I also kind of feel like they might be coming into your life if this is fresh energy, because you've shared, either they remind you of somebody or you may have shared another lifetime with them for some of you. But it is like a very, you know, I love the kid and his dog and the growing older. So this is a friendship that, or a relationship that you can really grow with and grow older with. Overall, wow, Queen of Wands. Yeah, overall, this is a beautiful friendship. This is one where you get a lot of, like, you feel good in it. If you're asking why, you know, if you can trust them, I hope that they're, you know, I just feel like there's a miscommunication if you're confused as to why you can trust them, because all of the cards are coming out as, yeah, you can definitely trust them. It feels like, you know, they feed your creativity, you know, intelligence. We have this, you know, really just amazing cards here. The Queen of Wands is somebody who creates things. She creates things with passion. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of love here. And I kind of feel like maybe you are questioning this just because you've had bad experiences in the past. So don't let those bad experiences cloud this relationship. I've had that too. When I first met my husband, I came out of a really bad relationship, and there were certain things that kind of reminded me of other people I had dated in the past, and I had to really kind of reframe it. Like, okay, but they're handling it different. Like, my husband is handling it different than my terrible ex-boyfriends. He's the King of Wands. He's stepping up. He's being responsible. He is listening to me in this situation. He is taking me into account into this situation. And I feel like anything that you are questioning him on or judging this person on really has to do with past relationships. It really has to do with how you were treated in the past, and how you need to release that and let that go, and maybe even forgive those other people. They may just have been doing the best that they could do at the time, where this person is really teaching you how it should be, how it should feel. So can you open up? Can you trust? Yes, yes. All the cards are saying yes. So trust yourself, trust your discernment. You may just, again, find yourself in a situation that feels familiar and it went bad before. Think about that situation. That's perfect, actually. That's perfect if you have that, because that's a perfect opportunity to question it, see it in a different perspective, and release it so that it doesn't harm you going forward. Because I see a lot of freedom. I see a lot of openness. I see a lot of really beauty really here in this relationship with this person. So that's what I have for you, group 4. I hope that you have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next reading.